morning everyone. Today we are going to read the lesson our constitution. In our last video we have discussed about the features of constitution. Now next we have to deal with fundamental rights. Here fundamental rights provide the social and political atmosphere necessary for the development of the personality of the citizens. They are also essential for the success of a democracy. There were 7 fundamental rights mentioned in the third part of our constitution. But however, after 44th amendment means change in law or constitution, the right to property has been abolished. There are 6 fundamental rights at present. Here first right, it is right to equality. The right is very essential for the success of democracy. Under this, all citizens are equal socially and economically before the law. In right to equality, all are equal before the law and nobody is above the law. All should get equal protection of law and none should be discriminated against on the basis of their caste, religion, gender or place of birth. No citizen should be subjected to any restrictions with regard to access to shops, public residence, hotels, places of public entertainment or public places of worship. Under this right, untouchability is an offence. This right has enabled every citizen to get an equal opportunity to join government service. The second right of the right to equality is right to freedom. It is one of the important fundamental rights. Under this right, one who expresses own opinion, to conduct meeting without arms, to establish organization, to live anywhere in India and to follow any profession and move around the country. It is a protective right also and no one can be arrested without proper reason. No state law can snatch the life and freedom of the citizen. Third, it is right against exploitation. The aim of this right is to prevent exploitation, especially of women, children, poor and the weak. Here it is begging, the Devadasi system, the practice of sati as well as immoral activities and forced labor have been prohibited. Employment of children under 14 years of age in mining industries and other dangerous occupation is also considered as a punishable offence. Next it is right to freedom of religion. The fourth right, it is right to freedom of religion. Since India is a secular country, no religion has given the status of national religion. Citizens can accept any religion that they according to their choice and propagate it. No one can be forced to pay taxes for the management of religious institutions. Use of religious places for political and other activities has been prohibited in the country. Next it is fifth fundamental right, it is cultural and educational rights. All citizens of the country have their own language, script and culture. Culture is the way of life. It is the duty of the state to protect them. This right protects the interests of religious and linguistic minorities. Linguistic is related to language. No one can be denied admission in government-aided institution or institution run by minorities. Here it is, though the 86th amendment of the constitution in 2002, education has been made a right under the article 21A. Under this, the state will provide compulsory and free education for all the children between the age group of 6 to 14 years. And also the Karnataka government has brought it into practice, Right to Education Act RTE in 2009. Last right to constitutional remedies. The constitution has not only given fundamental rights to the citizens of India but also guaranteed them under Article 32. Whenever the rights are violated either by a person or a state government or the central government, the citizen may appeal directly to the Supreme Court for their protection. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has called this right as the heart and soul of the Constitution. If any individual of the government at the central and the state appear to violate a person's right, he has the right to approach to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court is empowered to enforce the fundamental rights. Hence, Supreme Court is called as the protector of our fundamental rights.